back once again from Azul Cosmetic Surgery and Medical Spa. I'm so happy to welcome Dr. Patrick Flaherty to the show. We're talking part 2 of what's trending in non-surgical procedures, and the key there is non-surgical.
Right.
Because when I hear the procedures that are trending, my ears kind of perk up to that. So what are we talking this time?
So, you know, the big movement in facial rejuvenation is really the non-surgical things we can do, you know, Botox fillers and then the lasers. And so today we want to talk about a couple of devices that really allow us to do a lot with no downtime, which is really exciting. So the first is Ultherapy, and it's the most commonly used non-surgical facelift device.
Okay.
It uses focused ultrasound energy to help create new collagen beneath the skin, and that will gradually tighten the skin. So that can tighten the jawline and neckline and improve the contours of the face and neck. You know, it's not really a replacement for a facelift, but for people who are starting to feel a little bit of looseness of the jawline or neckline, it's a great procedure to tighten things up and buy you some time prior to a facelift.
And I'm really focused on the neck in this before and after. What a huge difference.
Yeah, you can see really dramatic differences now. Like all these non-surgical things, it's a variable in terms of how people respond. Some respond better than others, but when it works well, you can get a really nice tightening of the jawline and neckline. And the beauty of this is it's done in an hour in the office, and there's no downtime afterwards.
And what about this gentleman?
Yeah, this is another person who had an Ultherapy done, and it's really quite dramatic. You can see it's really tightened the jawline and neckline. Almost looks like it shrunk the fat in his neck. Of course, now we have cool sculpting to shrink the fat, so we have devices for that as well.
Okay. Yeah. So when we were looking at that gentleman there and the woman, how many treatments did both of them get?
That's a single treatment.
Oh, wow.
So you get really nice results with one treatment in this technology. It takes about 3 months to see the full result. And it can be repeated, of course, but typically patients will wait a year or 2 years, and then, you know, if they had a nice result, repeat it to get further improvement.
When you mention the word facelift, that sounds painful to me. So what is the pain factor when it comes to these procedures?
This particular procedure is pretty uncomfortable, Ultherapy, and we found that most patients do well if we give them an oral sedative. So generally it's done in the office, there's no injections, it's completely non-invasive, which is great, but we're delivering a pretty high level of energy beneath the skin, and so giving them a little pill to help them relax is helpful. Of course, they would bring a driver that day so somebody can drive them home. But the procedures, you know, takes less than an hour, and when they're done, they're done. There's no lingering discomfort or anything. It's you might have a little redness and swelling, might have a little bit of numbness of the treatment area for a few hours, and that's it.
And what about IPL? What's the difference with that as opposed to the Ultherapy?
So IPL is a technology to lift brown spots, and it also shrinks pores and gets rid of vessels, and so it really does a nice job of cleaning up the skin. Here you can see on the chest where you get this mottled pigmentation from the sun, and you can lift all that brown out. So we can do face, neck, chest, and the back of the hands. And again, there's no downtime with this because there's an example of a lot of vessels which are shrunk. But because, again, it's not removing the skin, there's no injections, it's all done with transdermal delivery of this energy, you know, there's no downtime, so you can walk out of the office and be out to your normal activities right away.
I can't imagine how people are feeling after a procedure like this. Their confidence just must be through the roof. What are the reactions typically like?
You know, you can get pretty dramatic results with these, and it's great because, again, it's simple, it's quick, and there's no downtime, and that's the real value of it, is that, you know, you get something done to make a meaningful improvement without any downtime, and that's, you know, what people want.
You've got a couple of locations. You've got Naples, Bonita Springs, also Fort Myers. You can see his contact information on the screen there. Also check out azulbeauty.com if you want to learn more about Dr. Patrick Flaherty's services, and then of course we always have them on our website as well. So great to have you back. Thanks so much.
Nice to see you, Stephanie.
If you want more, head online, check us out, fox4morningblend.com. Alzheimer's disease is the leading cause of dementia in the elderly, and currently there is no cure. Coming up next, how new research suggests poor sleep may be the cause, and what you need to be on the lookout for with early signs and symptoms.